Hi, I'm Dave Hoy, agronomist with LG Seeds. And for this week's Agronomy Tip of the Week, I'll be talking about adding some side dress nitrogen, why it's important, and will it make your corn plants dance like they're at an AC/DC concert?
Advantages to side dressing nitrogen include providing that nitrogen closer to when that corn plant is going to need it and also where it's going to need it. It also reduces potential nitrogen losses. The best time to add side dress nitrogen for me is after V5. You can see this plant is looking at about V4, V5, somewhere right in there. So this is a good time to add that nitrogen. And you can add it all the way up until tasseling. According to Iowa State University recommendations, the best way to side dress nitrogen is to incorporate it into the soil. However, there can be some damages to the crop, especially when you're turning around and maybe running over a few of these plants. So keep that in mind when you consider side dressing nitrogen. Over-the-top applications of nutrients, nitrogen, can cause some brown speckling. The best way to apply nitrogen is to inject it directly into the soil, whether it's liquid or dry form. That keeps it from volatilizing and losing that precious nitrogen that we're putting out there to gain yield.
I know there's areas of the world right now that have high temperatures and high moisture. So that results in mineralization of nitrogen, leaching, we got some volatilization out there. So there's a lot of ways we can lose nitrogen, and side dressing nitrogen is one way that we can put it back and have it pretty much available right now for the plant when it needs it.
Test results show that your highest return on side dress nitrogen is when you have excessive rainfall or you had coarse soils out there.
When we look at nitrogen removal rates, we see that in 250 bushel corn, we're actually taking out 170 pounds of nitrogen just in the grain alone. 255 pounds of nitrogen in the grain and the stalks. So it takes a massive amount of nitrogen to get it there. And side dressing can help extend that application window. So we're not dumping it all in the fall or all pre-plant. We can spread it out, spread a risk, and also give the plants all that nitrogen that they need right before they need it, which is that kind of V8 range all the way to tasseling. Thank you for listening to this week's Agronomy Tip of the Week. I'm Dave Hoy, Technical Team Agronomist with LG Seeds. See you next trip.